Howdy, Knife Tube. Today we're going to look at the Canary fixed blade by QSP. Um, we've already looked at the Glide. Today we'll do the large version. In the next video we will do the neck knife. One thing that I would like to mention is I noticed that this series has a slight issue with the drop point. I noticed this after I made my first video. Get these out of the way for a second. The blade seems to be bent because one side has been shaved off more than the other. I messaged QSP. They said, obviously their grinds are done on to specific measurements with CNC machines, but both sides aren't done simultaneously, so there could be some variation as to how the knife is being held, which there must have been because it's visually, you can see it. I also mentioned it to Blades Canada, and they told me that it is kind of common with QSP products. They didn't say Canaries; they just said QSP products. I only have the Canaries from QSP, so I can't vouch for any other knives. But I did do the tip test, and from both sides, the tip lands in the same spot. So the knife isn't bent or anything or warped. It's just it's just visual. It's not there's no difference in the cutting edge, which is a plus. But one thing I will mention too is that if you've seen other videos of this knife, they might not have the jimping on it. So this is a second run, which means I would hope that something like this wouldn't happen on a second run, to be completely honest. But going forward, even with that issue, this knife is incredible. I really am a fan of the Canary series either way. It is a shame. Like, I'll say this, I'm a painter, so I've got a keen eye for detail. Someone else might not have noticed that. Some people may have been carrying this knife, the Glide, the neck knife, and not even noticed until I say something. But like I said, I got a keen eye for detail, so I noticed right away. Well, not right away, but a couple days after I got the Glide, I noticed. So moving forward, though, beyond that problem, beyond that issue, the knife is great. So let's take a look at the stats here. We'll look at these stickers first, like we did before. Again, really nice quality feel to them. Better knife, better life. That's awesome. And this is just I don't know, mascot sticker, I guess. Get this box out of the way. Okay, so we'll just read they got the measurements for the sheath as well, but we can just do the knife. So overall 9 inches, 4.25-inch cutting blade, and blade length, I should say, and 4.75-inch micarta handle. Let's measure that up for ourselves. We'll start with the blade. I'll put this up just a little bit. Okay. Oh, switch that over. So I always go from the choil, as you know, and that puts us at just under 4. We went from the bottom here, or I guess maybe right here. Whatever. From the cutting edge at the choil, we've got just under 4. We'll go to the handle. 4.68 compared to 4.75, not bad at all. Let's check the width as well. We've got it on there. They got 1.5. Damn, that's a big difference. I got 1.1. And then overall, yep, sitting just under 9. Sitting, maybe 9. Yeah, we'll say 9. 9 inches is a great length for a fixed blade. Anything 10 and above is, going to be a little bit deep or long to get into a pocket, especially with a deep carry clip. But that is one plus about this knife. The deep carry clip that comes with it is awesome. Like the 360 turn, and it's tight too. There's no way it's just gonna move on you. That comes with the sheath, so that's a real plus. The retention is not too hard, and it stays in there no problem. So that's also a plus. I really like that. The little lip for your thumb, super comfortable. Yeah, I'm a real fan of this knife. One thing I'll say too, this is the first knife that I've ever owned that has these micarta handles, and I was kind of skeptical because I've felt different ones, and I know there's like the plastic version and then the like fiber version. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but this is the more fiber textured one, and I was curious as to how it would feel, and it feels nice. I was a little worried about it, but it's nice and smooth, and it's got a really nice feel to it. The steel. So this steel is special. Cr8. Hold on. Cr8Mo2VSi. So that's just basically a beefed up D2. Um, as far as I know, this is the only knife on the market using this steel. I could be wrong, but at first glance on Google, that seems to be the case. Um, better everything. Better wear resistance, better edge retention, better. It's tougher. So it's just a completely beefed up D2, and I'm sure everyone's quite used to D2. But the one issue I have with it is the wear resistance. So this was like me. I personally don't buy many knives in D2, especially fixed blades, because I'm going to be using them outdoors more often than not, and wear resistance is going to be important. So, but this, I can't remember the guy's name. Advanced Knife Bro, I think it is. Um, he does a really nice review on this blade. Leaves it outside in the rain, and it looks great the next day. So it would have been cool if, like he mentions it, it would have been cool if he left a D2 blade outside with it. But I can tell you right now, I've had D2 stay outside in the rain, and it would have rusted. So, and it's not to the point like you're not even really gonna ever be able to fix it, make it. You could fix it, but it's not gonna ever look new again. This, it looked fine. There was no oxidization. It was great. So that's a huge plus, especially with the style flat grind. This is definitely my kind of knife with the skeletonized handle. So I was just really happy to see they did something different than D2 on this. And so far, I'm really happy with it. Like I said, very comfortable. Um, there's really not anything bad to say about it except for this issue with the drop point, which I've sent them pictures of each blade showing them that, there is an issue here. So it would be more of an issue if, like I said, I did the tip test and the tip is in the same spot every time. So there's no warp. The blade isn't bent. So there's no concerns there. Let's take a look at the weight, actually. I forgot to do that. What are we starting at? Ounces. So 7, almost 7.1, and 200 grams. So not too bad, actually. Under a half pound. It's, like I said, very comfortable. The only complaint I have is the finish on the drop point, but this knife came in at, I think it was 75 plus tax, so it's not like I spend a big chunk of change and I gotta be worried about it to that point. Like it's a slight cosmetic issue. Does the knife work the way it should be? Yes, it does. So there's no issue there. Um, Personally, I would suggest, just like the Glide, you guys should go and get one of these too, because having the whole series is nice. I can tell you that from firsthand perspective. So, um, yeah, guys, as always, like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon.